Driller 9211 coming at you with another video. So pretty soon I'm gonna be making the giveaway winners by name. So just in case you didn't know, it's not a new thing. Like I've been doing it for at least 2 years or a little over that. Basically, anyone who purchases online for me, because a lot of people don't know. Like people question me, like either they say my deck suck or my channel sucks or whatever. It doesn't matter what they say. A lot of people don't know that I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh at a professional level, but obviously because I took another route, like my life and stuff, um, I ended up stopping Yu-Gi-Oh. So basically, like business related, um, bought a house and all that. So um, I had already set to help out some of the community by selling all like the leftover cards that I have, which is like a lot. It's not a lot compared to like regular collectors. It's just I had a lot left over basically like a little over $50,000 worth of cards. But I mean, everyone who's a real collector knows that that's a poor man's collection because at a time, me and some of my really close friends, we had over 100 grand in Yu-Gi-Oh. It sounds dumb to have that much, but it's actually not dumb at all because we just spent maybe like 1,500 on cards, and they go up in price like that because a lot of us are financially smart. Um, we're the minority actually, but we buy the cards or decks when they're like $40 a deck, or for example, one play set for $2, and then the cards over years they quadruple. Sometimes they go 10 times the price, and they end up costing way too much. Like one single card can cost 2,000, and that's how we reach um, that amount. Because a lot of people think that um, even though there's people who do that, but I don't consider them financially smart. They're financially ignorant. For example, I'm not gonna go and spend $10,000 in Yu-Gi-Oh and then resell it for 20. That's not how it goes. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spend $600 in Yu-Gi-Oh and sell it for 10,000. That's how it works because you buy the cards when they're super cheap and then you resell it when the market value is at 100%. It's kind of hard to hit the mark because sometimes the reprints come out and no one's perfect, but whatever the case, zero complaints. It gets done, and basically, I had done maybe like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a video. Here it is, um, and I always do this. Like once the market changes, I go back and review it. So far, I have close to 100% correct on the market. Like I'm pretty accurate, um, and that's why I'm able to give like over $4,500 worth of cards because like people ask me like, wow, this dude's like Lotus, how many cards did he buy? And they don't know, they're ignorant to financial wisdom. um so basically, I've said it many times, I get the cards when they're cheap, like I said. A lot of people don't listen to me, and then they cry when the cards are expensive. So basically, um I do market watches at least once a month or once every 2 months when I notice something's a big deal. So I am going to be covering some of the cards by verbal and then also physical. You can see with your eyes um, some of these cards on this video. So we're going to go pretty fast. We're going to do part one and part two, as you already know I had done. So here we go. Um, Let me hit the thing, and then here we go. So this is obviously part one. If it sounds a little loud, I'm sorry. I'm by the AC. So here we go, the structure decks. Like I said, I'm gonna probably give one away for Christmas. I had already told everybody that. So I have three of them. Um, so I'm gonna be giving one away um, to a lucky winner on Christmas, somewhere around there, because I do one at the beginning of the year, one the middle of the year, and then one at the end. But it totally depends on the buyers. If nobody buys the cars, well, obviously I don't give anything. But for the last 2 3 years, it's been good. So those are the cars that are in the deck. There was a few changes, but we're gonna fast forward. I had already put at speed. Okay, so here's the first card. Let's go backwards. So those are the overall cards. So the playset for this, I had said they were about $1.50 to $2 for playset. I bought two playsets. The playset started going for $1 to $2 per card right now. So you can buy it either for like somewhere around $4 or $5. So it went up just by a little bit of dollars, like $2 3. It went up. Um, so all of the cards that I review are cards that are in Dark Magician decks. I don't care about other decks. Um, Unless I'm gonna give the deck away, then obviously I would care. But other than that, I don't do that. I specialize in Dark Magician because people who go onto my online stores notice that all I sell is Dark Magician stuff. So I mean, it's not a big secret, right? And then yeah, so these cards, that is where they're going for. I told people to buy them. Uh, I was gonna give some for free, but I give so much stuff away. I don't know what to give. I don't want to give like thousands of cards because then at that point I get confused. Some of these cards I sell myself. That one, it looks like it stayed the same. They're a dollar. That one as well. I think they're a playset for like $1.50. These went up. They're about $2 or $3 per effect baler. I have two playsets. If anybody wants to buy any, you're welcome to. Usually, when I tell this to people, I try to get people to buy together with me, somewhere around $5 6 spent, and then I just promise that the cars will end up doubling. These, I think, a playset. One of my friends gave me a playset for free because he already had the ultras, and then I think he had the secrets, so he just gave me the playsets. But I think the playset was like for $2, something like that. These are like $1 a card. They're gonna go up in price later. So if you haven't bought them, I had already told you. Right now they're roughly like $2 to $3 per card. So they did go up by a few dollars. And they're gonna continue to go up. Obviously, Luber's. I'm sorry. I don't remember his name right now, but basically he's the other. He's the other branded fusion, and it's the same thing. $1. These come common. I place it for like $2 or $1.50, something like that. So this one's a really good card because I have a lot of ultras, and they started like at $8. They went up to 20. So it was a big deal when they came out common. People can play now. And then the Dark Ruler No More was another big card. All of these, the playsets were for like $1 a card, which is like $3. But they have been going up by a few dollars as well. I've been keeping up with them. Branded Fusion is an arguable card. I bought two playsets of the Ultras. Later on a video, later on, maybe like in a week or so when I announce the winners, I'll show some of the cards that I actually have them here in the room that I bought. I bought two playsets because they were sitting around $2 or $3 per card. But the cards are pretty much like as it becomes popular and is used more, the branded, they're probably gonna end up being like I had said, $10 to like $15 per card. I don't know if it'll go past that. It's up to the market, but if people figure out like a very good staple way to play it, this video is also your final warning to buy some of these cards before the price starts going off because cards usually tend to go up as they're utilized. Like if they're not in a deck or there's not a deck that plays it, nobody cares about them. But the market is driven by the success of the deck and those cards in the deck. So if these cards are good in a deck, that drives the market up, and people don't understand that. There is a small percentage of cards like Dark Magician Girl. There's a bunch of other cards that are really worthless. Like they don't win you duels, but they still go up in price. Some of them are because I'm gonna take a wild guess because Dark Magician Girl looks cute and some of the guys are attracted to her. I'm not too sure. They have like a fetish for anime. I'm guessing because other than that, I can't figure out why some cards go up in value because they don't really help a deck. Could be nostalgia, could be just the vintage childhood memories of people. So yeah, these are usually $6 to $8 per playset. I had told you guys to pick them up. They have been going up gradually. I think they're like $12 for a playset now, and they're gonna continue to go up just like I had said. So the starting price was somewhere around $3 per copy, and they're moving up to $4, $5. They're gonna go up just like I said. They've already done a small increment increase. Um, so obviously it's for the Despia. Um, And then also the Despia deck. Here's another card. These haven't gone up. I bought some ultras just in case, and then there can only be one. They're still $1. I had told you guys to pick this up. I didn't see it move at all on the market watch. Um, the Despia deck, like a pure core dark Despia deck, like where you can hit like 90% of the cards, you can buy it anywhere from like $25 to $35 for the deck. In my opinion, all commons and budget, it's not bad because the Alubers right now, believe it or not, as they were 140 and then they went down to somewhere around 90 and then 80. Right now with the reprints already been out, they've been out for like a week or two, I believe. Those reprints, the Lubers and the Jester for the Despia, they're currently $30. So if you wanted to pick up some copies, now is the time. You have to hurry up before the market goes up. They're gonna be reaching probably somewhere around $50 to $60 later down the line, which if you're doing a calculator, you're looking at double the price because they're gonna go from 30 to 60. I don't know if they'll go beyond that, but as the Despia deck becomes more popular, you can bet big money that they're gonna go up. Despia is the new top tier deck. People have been messing with the format. There was some guys that won their YCS. Some people enter regional. A lot of people actually been winning their locals. Despia's taking over on the locals. I've seen that. So, um, yeah. So having that said, you're gonna want to buy the Lubers. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Me personally, I didn't buy any. Somebody might ask me like, why didn't you buy any of the Lubers? I have so much leftover cards that honestly, I don't have any need because even if I buy those cards and they're 60, I'm making way, way more than that on other cards. Like I don't have any need for those cards. If I was like a Despia player, then yeah, obviously, hands down, it's a bargain at $30 a piece. Um, so there can only be one as the top tier. People hated it. People still hate it. And people in YCS are winning. And they're using this card just like I said. Like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 months ago when I barely started playing it and killing everybody with it. It's such a top tier card. Basically, even Despia, they can only play one. I built a hyper budget, like I think it was like a 350 or 400 all English Dark Magician deck with no Dragoon. I played it, I built it, and then I played it and I posted it. And people saw there was only one comment. I think it was a classic. Um, Thanks to that subscriber, I appreciate him a lot. And he noticed that the guy was playing Despia. He was going like super fast, and I just activated this card. Boom, he froze. All he could do was just a normal summon, and I didn't even kill it because that's the technique. Don't kill it, because if you kill it, you open up for them to change the monster. Don't kill this monster. What you're supposed to do is you set up your back row to protect it so that they can't get rid of it anymore. Like there's no way they can pop with monster effect or with feather duster spell trap. They can't pop the back row with like Imperial Custom, so they're locked. Or you can bring the Dragon Knight, and basically they're done. As soon as that happens, from there until the end of the duel, they're wasting your time. You already won. Um, So at that point, you just have to exercise your patience because it doesn't matter what they do, they're gonna lose. And I told that guy from like turn number two, and he didn't want to believe me. In fact, he was probably like thinking I was stupid, which is what a lot of people think, and that's fine. Um, because what they think is not what the reality is. It's like someone can say I'm homeless, but you know you're a homeowner. Somebody can say you're homeless, but you're successful. Somebody can say you suck, but you don't suck. Um, it's like people can name call everything, you know. So that's why I'm not offended by anything because I already know people who are angry and name calling and complaining they're losers. They're losers and they're angry because their life sucks. So they're how do you expect them to be happy? They can't. It's impossible. They're miserable. They hate their life, and that's just the way it is until the day they die. So basically, um, I'm gonna mention some honorable mentions. I was gonna do it, but I didn't want to do it at the time because, as you already know, my channel is oriented towards the budget. But sometimes, once in a while, people ask for like top tier versions, which are expensive. Um, Top tier versions can range anywhere from $2,000 deck. But I mean, to be honest with you, here's the thing that people don't understand. They buy a $2,000 deck, but that's not smart. That actually makes you ignorant. You're supposed to buy the deck for less than 100, and then it's worth 2,000. Then you're smart. So that's what I do. Like like an example, a Despia. If you buy a Despia deck for $25 to 35, and all you're missing is the louvers, then you can buy them separately. Guess what? You add the 30, 30, 60, $90 plus the 25 to 35. You're saving somewhere around 120 for the deck. Guess what? The deck is gonna go up to $300 to $600 pretty soon. So when you sell that deck, this is the thing that people don't know that I do. So I'll buy two decks. So if you do it in a calculator, 120 times two, that's 240, 240. So what I do is I'll sell the deck for the 400 or the 600, and then what it does is it gives me my money back to the 240. It pays it off, and then if you do it in a calculator, you'll still have somewhere around 400, 400, somewhere around $460 free. That's a trip. So basically, you sold one deck, you still have one deck, plus you have all this extra money. So at the point you're wondering like, what the heck happened? How is it that I bought two decks, but now they became zero? Like I didn't pay 1 cent for them because I got all my money back, the 240. And on top of that, now I have an extra $460. How'd that happen? And that is called financial intelligence, being financial, having financial knowledge, being intelligent, being wise financially. And this is what separates you from the poor and the rich, because the rich understand that model, which is, they call it cash flow. And the poor don't understand. They live paycheck to paycheck and they struggle. So that's the reason why um, you go through millions of YouTubers. Nobody teaches you that. And then people ask me like, how come nobody else talks about it? They think I'm weird, and they tell me like, you're a weirdo. Nobody else says about that. And here's the thing that you don't understand, that you're the weirdo, because how could you not understand? How do you want people? How do you want millions of people to teach you if they're in your same situation? They also are financial ignorant. They're ignorant to financial gain. They're not smart. They're not wise. So, of course, they're not going to teach you nothing. They don't even know. How can they help you? How can a drowning person help a drowning person? They're both going to drown. You need someone that knows how to swim or a lifeguard to pull you out. So that's what's going on with me. So that's why I'm not as popular, because I'm not oriented towards making people feel good, or or lying to you, or making you buy decks that suck like all the other channels, or like just flashing a bunch of cards to you. Like, what do I gain for that? Like, I gain zero followers. What am I gonna supposed to get? Like $100 a month from the subscriptions? Like I'm interested in that. I'm more interested in just giving a bunch of money away, advice and help to my followers. Everybody else, I don't really care about at all. So this card right here, I warned people to buy it. And to be honest with you, as far as I know, I personally told all my subscribers, like I think it was like 55 people at the time, and I told somewhere around 20 of my close friends locally and in other different states that I keep a close touch up on. Nobody bought them. Nobody bought them. And I bought two play sets for $2 to $3 each card. I'm being serious. Go look at the market a month ago when I posted it. They were $2 to $3 per card. This isn't a joke. It's not a gimmick. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being dead serious. Nobody listened. As far as I know, guess how much those cards are now? They're running from $10 to $15 per card. Guess what I did? Yep, you guessed right. I sold one of the playsets for about $12 per card. Do the math. Yep, exactly. It gave me all my money back, and I got extra, and I get to keep the playsets. So that's the thing, that people don't want to listen and they're not smart, and then they cry. If you get the cards, you already know what you're looking at. You're looking at anywhere from $30 to $36. But I mean, let's talk in the real world, because this isn't a fake channel. You still have to pay taxes. So how much does it hit you with? That's right, it hits you close to $40, because nobody wanted to listen to me to get these cards when they were $9 for playset, right? Nobody wanted to get them. In some cases, you were lucky, and there was some people selling them singles, and they were $2. So at that point, you're spending somewhere around, with taxes, maybe like $6 and a few cents, maybe like $7 flat. So you were saving $2. You'll turn around and sell it for $30 to $36, man. Place it, no joke. So yeah, I got all of the ones that I said. 100% of the ones I said, I got them right, including this one. And people didn't want to listen. So yeah, that's why I'm telling you, like, people come to my channel angry. And why am I gonna be angry if I'm smart? I'm not angry. I'm a happy person. So here we go. So the other day somebody was asking me if I could give some free cards of specific cards. I feel like, well, I do give some cards out. I care a lot about the people who purchase the deck and my followers, but sometimes the people who buy the decks, they get the priority to get into the drawing, because that's how I motivate them to continue to purchase the deck. Because if I don't do it like that, then you're gonna have to explain to me who's donating to my channel to give over $4,500 of cards, because I don't know anybody. Nobody donates. So because of that, I have to take care of the customers, because if I don't take care of them, then there's gonna be no free giveaways. I can't do anything. The other channels don't do any of the stuff I do, because they're not financially smart. They don't know any of the things I'm talking about. Instead, they buy cars at full price. Like, I know people that were buying $90 Illusion of Chaos, and I'm gonna cover it in a little bit. Ay, ay, ay. So let's see here. I was talking about the Ghost Bell. I actually been warning people. Yeah, so I'm lowering the volume because I'm talking over the video. So I've been connected with him for a little over a year. I've been warning him for like the last 8 months. So basically, because a lot of the decks, they already provide the cards, but there's not enough support, like the Dark Magician. The blur. I'm trying to fast forward to get to the good part. Yeah, if you don't want to play handcraft, that's all it does. If you can shut that out, then full survey. Order it, random. There you go. A lot of people can't afford full survey. Okay, so these cards actually obviously stayed the same. Some person was asking for the ultimates, and I have the ultimates, but they're not able to afford it. These ultimates, this one and the secrets, they're somewhere around 35 to 45. You know, a lot of people want cards, and then when I tell them what they're worth, they're like, oh yeah, I can't buy it. It's like, they're silly. or they can afford it. So, um, yeah, these are basically either $1 or $2 per playset. I have given several of them away in my channel. Um, oh, the diffusion was a card for people who only have like $20 to spend. To be honest with you, it's not realistic. Like that's kind of lying. Like even when I was a little kid, like and when I was in elementary school, even I had more than $20. Like come on, you don't have $20? That's kind of strange. Um, oh, a $20 budget deck. Because some of these cards, honestly, when you go to some places or you ask your friend, they give them to you for free. Imperial Custom is still the same price, but honestly, I believe that this card will end up being like a $4 to $5 card later on as it's played better and it protects some of the powerful continuous traps like Skill Drain and Eternal Soul. People don't catch on. I've been using this for like 4 months and it works really, really good. Um, you know, pretty soon it's gonna be 1 year, and people are barely gonna be catching up to me. Um, it's the top tier style. Even classic, if you're watching this video, this is one of those cards that you're gonna need uh, in the deck later on. Right now, they're probably like $1 card, but I'm not. To be honest with you, they're not gonna be $1 forever. They're gonna go up. People are catching up. Kind of like the Witch's Strike, they were $1 card. I told everybody to buy it, no one listened, and now they're like $8 for the ultra rare, and somewhere around $20 to $25 for the secret. I have two playsets of each. I'm gonna sell them. I am selling them actually. I sold the ultras and the secrets. No, I think the secrets were the ones that I sold. They sold for I think 55 or 65, something like that. And I just got them for like $2-3 per card. Like wow. So basically, what people don't know I'm doing is before I sell a card or before I get my profit, I share the info with everybody. And that's what people don't know about my channel. Like a lot of other channels, they talk to you and they don't have the card. That's like almost 100% of people and the millions of YouTubers. They all tell you about the cards and they don't have any of the cards. In my channel, if I mention it, I have it. If I don't mention it, it means I don't have it. And you already know a deck. If I mention a deck profile, it means I have it. If I don't mention it, it means I don't have it. But I mean, I have over like 20 different formats for Dark Magician. So you should figure that out. Rivalry of the Warlords, another card that you want. The card's been gradually going up in price. They were a playset for $2, but right now the playset I think is $2 a card, something like that. Kind of like the Gozen, the Gozen similar too. They were $2 for playset, the same thing, and then all of a sudden, I've been telling people for years to play these cards, and people don't want to listen. You shut down a lot of decks. These cards alone, in between Gozen match and Rivalry of the Warlords, these cards by themselves can kill entire decks. They are similar to there can only be one. Basically, these cards freeze the deck. They make them go super slow. And your deck has to be set up to go all around these effects. Meaning these traps don't affect your deck, but they affect theirs. The Secret Village, still the same price. These are still the same price. Honestly, they went up in price a little, but nothing extravagant. Nothing extravagant. They started at $1 a card, but route is always live. Everything becomes live. It totally depends on what you want. So if you want to try this card, I can tell you right now, this is a YCS format. The top Dark Magician players, yeah, later on, this card's gonna be expensive, but it hasn't changed. Like top 10 decks, they all incorporate this card. It's a big deal. If you can play it correctly, it'll take you really, really far. Think about it. Because right now,
with the format, a lot of cards, like the way that I play my deck in Z Holy and like 3 other members that have graduated from the class, they usually place power against 1-for-1, meaning the hand trap, and they overpower it. Even Z Holy knows that. But you can go up to the next level and incorporating a Serapis. Now, you can go with power and defeat them, but now you can also choose what to negate and what not. It means you're in control of the whole duel, not them.
Yeah, so basically what the card does, um, you basically get a lot of things negated, but you pick and choose what gets negated. You're in control. So let's say you do a rod, the Magician Souls, and they both get hit. They both get negated. If they were to happen to have a third negation or third interruption, when they act it, when you play the Anaconda, or if you're playing a hyper budget version and you end up linking to Crawley to draw more cards, what you would have to do is play the Serapis. You play the Serapis, and then it negates that third negation, and then you're able to either go into a Dragoon or draw some cards. Basically, you're in control of what gets negated and what doesn't. That's what it is.
Negated, what not. It means you're in control of the whole duel, not them. Another card that you want to get is
Yeah, Super Poly, I've been telling people for years to buy these cards. This is the common. They were super cheap, man. $1 a card. No one wanted to listen, right? Nobody has Super Polys right now. I have a bunch of them. I sell them for $4 to $5 per common. Honestly, I got one for free and a bunch of them at $1 for $1 a card. And the ultras too. You know, the ultras they were $2 to $3, man, for the ultras. No one wanted to buy them. Now they're somewhere around $5 to $8 or more. The secrets, I never had any. I never had the need to buy them, but they went up too. They're about $20. Obviously, the ultimate was like $60, and then all of a sudden it went to like $200.
Which is really good, so you can play the hand trap is fine. I'm gonna hit fast forward, and I went times 2 of the speed. And as you can see, he already hit platinum, so he's doing good. As soon as you hit platinum, you're good. You don't necessarily have to hit platinum 1. The highest I've done is platinum 3.
Oh, this is one of the guys that was playing this format, and I was just showcasing it. This is not my build, it's somebody else's.
So he is a starting Dark Magician player, so obviously he's gonna get better.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned it's not my deck.
But if you pay close attention,
as you already know, I don't play
hand traps are 1-for-1.
hand traps.
To stop, but it's just 1-for-1. You're just stopping one card, and that's why hand trap players tend to lose with something called top decking. Top decking meaning you're really just playing from the top of your deck because you don't have any.
Oh, and I was mentioning how the hand traps make you top deck, and it proved the point because the video showed it.
Make it like top 10 or number 1. YCS like Frank Kid is because those decks have so many engines. They can draw like 13 cards in one turn, so out of those they can draw 2 hand cards, and Z Holy does the same technique. The 5 cards to make brown the floor. So right now he's top decking. So he plays, he builds up his skills, which is good. Excellent, he got lucky. Yeah,
so he actually top decked, meaning he had nothing, and whatever he drew, it was either dead or alive, and he lost. You can't leave it to gamble, man. You can't leave it to gamble. In my opinion, Mahad is not a good monster, but people really want to stress the fact to draw 3 to 4 cards. To be honest with you, I mean, you don't really need it, but I mean, I suppose everybody builds their own deck, and I mean, if you're going to pay for the cards, who am I, you know? Whoever pays for the cards is the boss, period.
He's well aware that
that's how a business works. A lot of people don't understand that. You can't negotiate or you can't argue with the customer in terms of what they want to buy. You can only give them advice. But I mean, if they're going to buy something, just sell it to them. There is sometimes where you wouldn't want to sell something to a customer, whether you have your business or whatever. That would be because it's dangerous, and it's gonna turn around and bite you, bite you back. Then at that point, yes, you wouldn't do it. But yeah, basically that's what he plays. And then I did the Z Holy format, um, so you guys can see, because some people want to play what's it called? They want to play Master Duel even with their friends. They want to play official Master Duel, and if you know anything, a Master Duel is official. Like they're gonna host world tournaments for it. In case you didn't know that, so I don't know if it's gonna be on a computer or they're gonna do it with real cards. That's that I don't know, but if they're gonna do it with real cards, you're gonna want to have a format ready for the Master Duel as well, you know. And right now, if you know anything about Master Duel, I haven't been playing for a month. I played for 2 days only so I can build the deck for someone. Someone asked me, and I built it and I showcased it to him. Um, I think I had one like 8 in a row or something like that. I stopped playing. When I checked yesterday again, I was already silver, like silver, I don't know, silver 5, silver 4, something like that. It was funny. I had already kicked that way out, and I noticed there's diamond tier now. That's a lot of work to play and go up there. Uh, I play online, but like only on my free time. I don't play all day. So basically, you already know how it goes with Z Holy. He's basically a dark magician master. Um, yeah, and that finishes the video. So honorable mentions for the card. We're gonna end it there. Honorable mentions for the card and Market Watch prices. So basically, um, this month is the month, like starting, I think starting on Monday, in my opinion. But I mean, if you want to start today, you can. But starting Monday, you're gonna wanna buy um, the extra deck, or which also was used to be called the fusion deck for Dark Magician. Um, I can't guarantee like yesterday or last year, and I can't guarantee the future either. I can only guarantee the present. I can promise you 100%. It's a guarantee basically. The cheapest value of the extra deck fusion for Dark Magician is gonna hit the all-time low. You will never. I can't guarantee this. I don't ever know if it's gonna be cheaper than now, and it's never been cheap before. The only time that it was cheap was in May 2019 when I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh again. I had played I think April I started playing, but I mean, you can't count someone who hasn't been playing for years. It takes about 3 months to get the hang of it, you know. So around May is when I started deriving the profile and whatnot, and that's when I bought the card. So during that time, you already know, Dark Magician, the community knows this. Don't take my word for it. Dark Magician was considered a homeless deck. How do I know? They gave me most of the cards for free. Okay, so I said I like Dark Magician, and people laughed. I'm serious. And people were just giving me cards left and right, like free. They gave me Dragon Knight. They gave me Quintet. They gave me most of the Dark Magician deck. I even, one of the guys and one of the locals that I went, he even gave me, this is in no joke, I'm being very honest, he even gave me several copies of Dark Magician LOB, not the first edition, but the regular, for like $2 to $3 per copy, man. And I bought a bunch of them. I bought like $12 worth. So I bought a lot of them, like maybe like 6-7 copies. I turned around and those cards were being sold for about $80 per card, man. Honestly. So I hit the gold mine when I went back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Everyone hated it. It was like the perfect time for me. It was an accident. And a lot of the extra deck was given to me for free. The deck, together with the Dragoon and everything, those decks were being sold for over $550. and they sold quick. Well, today, let me look at the calendar so I don't make up a fake date. May the 5th. Yeah, May the 5th. Obviously Thursday, May the 5th. Today, and I don't know for how long. It could be to the end of the month. I don't know. I have no control of the market. But I can tell you today, this day is the best day to buy the extra deck. Um, I don't want to mention who, but to be honest with you, the deck is so low budget right now that I actually gave someone 90% of the extra deck for free. When I turned around and I've sold the same extra deck fusion, I've sold it for somewhere around close to $280. I'm being serious. And the market went so low that I was able to give most of the cards for free, like no charge. I'm being serious. So if you wanted to start the extra deck, now's the time. Another card that's been dropping in value, I should wait till the next market watch, but just so you know, is Illusion of Chaos. So Illusion of Chaos started at $95 per card. Like Loza and many other people bought them at that price. They could lie. That's what they bought them at. They were somewhere around $70 to $95. How do I know? Because a lot of my friends bought them at that price. They were in the market for that price. People were requesting to buy from me, and they were wondering how much they were, and I told them that was the price. Okay, so then the cards, after about 2 months, dropped to $30, and then this last month they picked up back to $40 to almost $50 per card. Well, guess what? The market right now is showing somewhere around $28 to $35. If you can get them for less than 30, or you can get them right at 30, right now is the best time. Somebody that wants to know the ratios, I've already tested it. They win a local tournament champions. And the YCS formats, they're all playing the playset of 2. 2 is the correct ratio. You don't need to buy 3. 2. If you can get them for less than 60, man, you just struck gold. Those cards might go up in price to $50 or $60, depending on the market, depending on how valuable they start playing. People start playing them. But basically, Illusion of Chaos, I wanted to wait till later. I'm gonna do this video later to explain it better. But basically, that card fixes the bricks, because it lets you exchange a brick card for a card in the deck to your hand. Broken. And that's the top tier version that I have, together with the super speed version, and then also the Dark Magician Invoke deck. They both have them in there. If anybody's interested in buying the Asian are like $12 per copy. I have them. The other ones, I have some for sale, but to be honest with you, I'm not pushing to sell them because the market is low right now. I'm gonna wait until they're like $50 to $60 per copy to sell them. But I have some in my top tier decks, and I have 2 spare. But that's it. That's pretty much it. I've gone long enough. The video is, wow, way long. But with that being said, Dark Magic Attack.